When it was announced recently that actor Paul Rudd would be starring in the upcoming Marvel film Ant-Man, the assumption was that he would be playing the character most well known as Ant-Man, Hank Pym. Yesterday, however, Disney surprised everyone by officially announcing that Academy Award winner Michael Douglas would be playing Hank Pym in Ant-Man, meaning Paul Rudd would be playing Scott Lang, who becomes Ant-Man after Hank Pym. Ant-Man is set to hit AMC theaters everywhere on July 31st, 2015. John, what do you think of Michael Douglas being cast as Hank Pym?
Well, this is really two stories in one. The first story is that they are going with the two Ant-Man approach. That they are going, because there was a rumor about a year ago that they were looking at doing a Hank Pym who created the Ant-Man suit, was Ant-Man in the 1960s, and then it's going to also take place in the modern day where Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, is somehow going to acquire the suit, whether he steals it or becomes the heir apparent to Hank Pym is another story altogether. So that's the first big piece of news. And the second one is to play the older Ant-Man, the Hank Pym they've gone out and gotten Michael Douglas. Look, never a mistake to recruit talent. We say that all the time. It is never a mistake to go out and get Oscar caliber talent. Michael Douglas, one of the greatest that's ever lived. It'll be very interesting to see the type of chemistry, both written and performance-wise, between a Paul Rudd and a Michael Douglas. That could be gold. That's the first thing that came into my head is how are these two guys going to play off each other, because that could be really, really good. It's an interesting story. This opens up the possibility. We've heard Hank Pym isn't going to be in Ant-Man. Could Scott Lang, isn't going to be in Avengers 2. Could Scott Lang be in Avengers 2? I do believe Joss Whedon said we're not going to see Ant-Man, period, not just Scott Lang or Hank Pym. So we'll have to see how this all kind of unfolds. Schnepp, how do you see it?
Well, I don't know if, I mean, now that Michael Douglas is Hank Pym, I wonder if he'll make an appearance in Avengers 2. But, you know, we'll see. I think it's a great casting decision because that allows the entire, you know, previous Ant-Man origins to be taken care of by Michael Douglas. You have Scott Lang playing kind of a criminal aspect, coming in and stealing the suit and probably eventually becoming the hero at the end. So I think it's great casting, and Michael Douglas can do no wrong.
Amy Rose?
Yeah, Michael Douglas is one of the best out there, period. I mean, he is a little older than I expected for the casting of Hank Pym, and quite honestly, I like Hank Pym more than the Scott Lang character, so I was still hoping that the focus would be on him.
So was I.
So I'm a little disappointed about that confirmation, but I do think it's interesting. Edgar Wright, I believe, did say it's going to be kind of a heist movie, so that would kind of indicate to me that Paul Rudd's character is going to steal the suit, and then hopefully we'll see some, you know, flashbacks of Pym as Ant-Man and all of that. So it's interesting. I'm also a little disappointed. This means we probably won't see Wasp.
I still gotta believe we're going to see Wasp.
But an old, like, or are they gonna twist it,
I
make
think
it
I think they'll
Lang's?
play it up. I don't think anybody, I don't think Kevin Feige feels at all that he is beholden to the canon of the comic books.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want and they know it. And we all know Joss Whedon's love for Wasp. We know that Joss Whedon actually wrote Wasp into the original Avengers and that he wants her in there. I still think we're going to see Wasp. I just don't know.
That relationship, though, is so fantastic.
It's going to be strange.
Lacking.
Maybe she's going to be in Avengers 2, and it's like kind of like Hank Pym's divorced from her, so you'll just see her on the phone. No, Hank, you know.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren is Wasp.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Aaron, what do you think?
I love that idea, by the way. She's amazing. The second I heard this news, I was excited immediately. I didn't even have to think about it. Michael Douglas is so talented. He's an Academy Award-winning actor. He's writing off all this heat from the Candelabra movie, so he's really on fire right now. I think this makes a lot of sense. And although Paul Rudd would have been a fun Hank Pym, Michael Douglas is a far more interesting choice, in my opinion. And
I still think that the even more interesting news than the fact that Michael Douglas is going to be him is the fact that they're going with this two Ant-Man arc.
Yeah.
That they're playing the 1960s version of Hank Pym, a Scott Lang, and a modern version. To me, that's the more interesting story. So we'll see where they go from here.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.